Okay, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
So today is October 13th, 14th.
Yeah, it's working.
All right, today is October 14th, and this is the all hands. So let's go ahead and begin. Hi, Joja. How's it going over there? Good to see y'all. All right. Is that okay? All right, let's shift it. Let's see. Let me actually move this a little bit down this way so everyone can be seen. Okay. All right, let's go dive into it. So the theme of October, once again, is process excellence. We're looking to get a revenue target of 315 and the stretch target is 360. Let me just actually point this out real quick. Does anybody really feel like we're getting to process excellence this month? Raise your hand if you feel like we're getting to process excellence. Okay, right. So this is a little bit of an issue right now. We see that there's not a lot of awareness or alignment around what processes need to be made excellent. And of course, this is going to affect our alignment as a company. So I'm just going to address the elephant in the room right now. So let's go around and see what people think process alignment means and also what process excellent means. Let's go to Millie. Which process would you like to make excellent?
I think I will speak from a sports perspective first.
Yeah.
Okay. I think when it comes to process excellence, I feel that processes are very unique to each chapter, right? So it's hard to say. It's hard to say which process I think it should be better or it would require. I mean, it's hard for me to comment on the chapters.
Sure.
Right, so I'll just comment on my own chapter in my own sport. So I think where we are is in terms of processes for MD, some of the processes, even though have been put in place, have not really been quite followed.
Okay.
Yeah, so it could be, I think on a scale of 1 to 10, we're not that far off, given that this is also a fairly some of our processes are fairly new and it's constantly changing.
Yep.
So for me, that is, from an MD's perspective, that could pose a bit of a problem for the team.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example, constant changing of MOUs. Spot on, see?
Yes.
Yeah, so, but it's, I think to be fair to the team also, I think when we constantly keep changing MOUs, processes keep changing, it's also very hard to say that we reach a 10 upon 10.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Well,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Thank you very much, Lily, for sharing that. Which SLA are you working on right now?
Which SLA? Okay, so I think for no specific SLA, I think everything in total actually.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Dominic. Dominic, which process are you looking to make excellent this month?
Probably the issues that we really been facing in our squad, especially in squad 1.
Okay. All right. So what issues are we facing in Squad 1 to get good process?
We got a lot of bad reviews on Airbnb, and I do observe that the bad reviews is because of the cleanliness issues. So actually, me and Joshua is working on probably the SLA for the partners regarding the cleanliness. So because we still have a standard for that.
Okay. We don't have an SLA actually to partners yet, right? In terms of cleanliness things. So this is actually something new. Let's go over to Gabby. Gabby, what process are you hoping to make excellent right now?
I'm looking for pretty much the same like what Dominic said, but as you said, it's a new thing for us and for partners, how we gonna fix the cleanliness and small things issues between the properties.
Okay. Once again, there's no SLA actually for that particular thing that you're working on. Risky, what SLA are you working on this month?
From finance chapter perspective, we're really working on the whole SLA thing. Because we start all over again because we just started the finance chapter this last month.
Okay.
And we need to restart everything and put everything into one basket. So
Okay. All right. Everything in finance needs to be put back in one basket. Let's go over to Nilmi. You have a comment on that one.
Not comment, just a question. Why do you ask whether we're working on a specific SLA? Because shouldn't we be working on all the SLAs, which is what I'm trying to say?
Well, the problem is actually SLA awareness just from the employee satisfaction survey is actually really, really low. So Bayu and I just had a discussion about that. And people are working on SLAs that don't even exist, or they don't know what the SLAs are. And so what I'm actually looking at is this. Is actually our work aligned? Are we actually fixing anything, or are we just all really scattered about on that Spotify thing, moving in different directions? And from what I can see right now, it seems like it's a little bit of both. There are some people who are working towards enforcing SLAs and getting them to work better. There are some people who are working on things that there are no SLAs for, right, in the hospitality. There are SLAs that are being completely ignored, like our inquiry conversion rate. When we don't achieve, let's say, a certain inquiry conversion rate, does anybody really care? Or are we empowered to actually do anything about it? If we get, let's say, above a 5% negative review, does anybody care? Or is anybody focusing on that? I think cleanliness is one of the things that actually supports that SLA. But it is currently a little bit vague what this means. So the point of having this all hands today is to really make it more concrete and take action, because we're almost halfway through the month. And I don't want to have another month where we sit down and say, okay, these SLAs are either not achieved, or people aren't even aware that they even exist, or who cares about the SLA, I'm just going to keep on doing what I did before. So this meeting is to really bring some attention to that and really focus in on that. Oh yeah, Ara, I'll need you to also put in the employee survey satisfaction results towards the end, so that those figures will be there. We can take a look at that. Okay, so that is really to actually call for alignment right now. Is there anything else that we should discuss in terms of whether we're on track or aligned for this month? No? Okay. All right. Then please, if you're not clear or if it's uncertain, I'll show you some facts that make it, at least from my perspective, pretty uncertain whether people understand what SLAs are and whether it's actually helping. Wait, did you have anything you want to add to this?
Yeah, sure. A bit. So basically, what I see is that people sometimes working on the same SLA with different action and no coordination. Like for example, for Dominic and JP working on that cleanliness and issue with partner, but it should be on the community management. That's actually the big issue, right? So basically, if there's any coordination, then we can assign you to a specific property and have a focus, and everyone else do your practice that already successful, basically. So that's I think we need transparency or visibility in all of the company and what is someone's doing and related to which tree, basically. We can have a tree mapping so that not everyone running around like by themselves without any big alignment.
Okay. And to sort of expound on that tree analogy, yeah, all the branches have to add up to the trunk, so to speak, right? So all the little bits and pieces have to actually start lining up. Okay, I just want to bring that up because I do think it's something that we need to address and we need to do actually be aware about that. All right, so that's the news on that. Revenue targets are as before. Here's some fun news. So, all right, the HR team's been working on the Halloween party. This is actually to boost. This SLA doesn't exist yet, but it's actually to boost employee satisfaction, happiness. So we're having two events. One's going to be here in Bali. Currently it's at Village Antique is the schedule, and we're going to have another one in Jogja as well. So there's going to be two Halloween parties. Ara and Vita are both working on the organization of each party. Okay, next is, this is supposed to be a live count. I don't know if this is a live count. This looks like a screenshot. But we are having our host meetup on November 11th, and currently we're in the process of actually building that event. A few of you have already been invited to actually participate in this event in various ways on sponsorship, media distribution, food and beverage, all these other aspects of it. So this is going to go ahead on November 11th and November 12th. Diva's the main project champion. If you'd like to volunteer or not, please contact Diva. She'll put you on the paper for that. All right. The discussion we had on Leadership Council on Friday was that we would update the company on what's going on for each of these processes we're working on. So since it's my turn today, I want to tell you everyone what process I'm trying to improve. So the process I'm trying to improve is hiring, onboarding, training, and leadership development. And that SLA is between HR and the company. So currently, this is actually going pretty slowly. I don't have the best news to report. Essentially, we have, as people know, Maha isn't here anymore. He's resigned quite suddenly as of last week. I think everyone already knows about that. That impacts Squad 1. Thankfully, we're able to hire Josh just in time, so Maha is currently being covered by Josh and also Dominic as well. On the OGS hires, we have Dista, but currently the two girls on Vita and Ara are also working on getting us some new online guest support. So I don't know, how close are we to that? Yes, to Vita.
We have on-site trials for online guest support today in Japan.
Ah, fantastic. All right, great stuff. So there is some stuff coming out of the pipeline. We are looking to fulfill a hiring request within 2 weeks at the moment. So, all right, on other hosts, so we got the two hosts, Josh and Dominic, but we need more hosts at the current pace because the squad 2 wants to expand. So we are looking to actually recruit more hosts. Let's see, any updates on that? Vita or
There was actually one supposed to come last week for on-site trials, but she did. It was Ara's project champion, but she delayed the on-site trials.
Okay. Okay, so once again, a little bit slow on this. We are going to be at STP this week, actually, on the 17th and 18th, to do recruiting. That probably won't fulfill the SLA, but once again, it deepens the pipeline so that we can reach further out. Traditionally, at one of these events, we'll recruit up to about 2 to 3 people. So that's the update on that. Market building hires have all failed. Gita is pulled out, and Kevin, we actually dropped. We dropped as a candidate. So no further development on that. Training development goals remain the same, and so this is what the HR team is working on in getting everyone there. They've been working a lot on employee satisfaction surveys and actually going on one-on-one interviews with most of the people in the company to understand what your pain points are, and also to establish better learning programs here too as well. All right, and we're looking to actually promote some squad leads. I'll announce that a little bit later actually as well. We have some new promotion news to announce. Okay, so that's the update on mine. Currently, I'd say the biggest friction is hiring efficiency. So when we want to hire, essentially we have a pretty long pipeline right now. We're in discussion with LinkedIn about getting a recruiter account. So this kind of account allows us to actually target people who currently do have jobs and we can approach them. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but we're trying to debate whether or not that would actually help and get us more on-the-spot hires. If we can hire people on the spot, like with shorter pipelines, I think we'll get closer to actually delivering this SLA and fulfilling this SLA. Okay, the next person who will update their SLA, I'm not going to go through all this stuff because we're going to go one at a time every day for the rest of the week. Oh, hello, does anyone have an update? All right, yes, power to you.
I think update that today that Manuela taking online guest support.
Oh, fantastic, okay, all right. We have a candidate for online guest support. Welcome in. Happy trials.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. All right, so that's good. And I think Chandra and the online guest support team there will bring you through the online trial process. Best of luck. Okay, next thing we're going to go to is Tendi and Rafik are going to give an update on their projects too as well, are the items that they want to improve, and this will be a weekly thing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask everybody on this list to just give an update, like the way I've given an update today, about how their processes are working and understanding what the frictions are, so that the rest of the company can understand better what we're actually trying to improve. Okay, Bayou's already presented his thing last, I think, Saturday already on the projects that he's working on. Tendi, Rafik, and Diva Dominic, we're going to ask you guys to come up this week at noontime to deliver a product status report. Yes, it's Bayou.
Maybe can we just go down the list by every day so that we know who's going to do that tomorrow?
Oh, okay,
Today,
all right.
Today is you, right? So
Yeah.
just below you, who's going
Just
to do
below me is then Alvin. Okay, Alvin. All right, Alvin, let's get this assigned to you. Yeah, Alvin, I'd like you to give us an update on how your project is going tomorrow on Tuesday at noontime, so that we can see what's going on inside this process excellence improvement plan. Good. Okay, Alvin agrees. Alvin, do you accept the nomination?
Got it, sir.
Okay, fantastic. So Alvin's up on Tuesday. After Alvin will be Nung Lee. Nung Lee's up on Wednesday for an update on that. After that, Bayou's already done. Yeah. Bayou again, and then after that, Tendi. So Tendi will have the one on Thursday. Tendi, you there? Where's Tendi? Tendi's on night shift, right? Or I'm not sure where Tendi is. Okay. let's say attendees on Thursday and then Rafix on Friday. And Deepa would be on the Saturday afterwards, and Dominic would be on Sunday. Actually, Dominic's thing is already done, so I don't think we need to give an update that. Wyan will get the next week on Monday. Okay? All right, so, Secretary. Who's the Secretary? Okay, Bayu. Bayu, okay, let's go ahead and put that up there. And we will get that fluency. Tito, how's it going? Where are you at, Tito?
In my hometown.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, yeah, I remember. That's where we interviewed you. Yeah. All right, that background looks pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over to how bonuses are going to be distributed for this month and the month upcoming. So for September until November, we're working on individual bonuses. And once again, the individual bonuses are meant as a way for people to work on projects. So during revenue months, people are all stressed out working on bookings, making sure guests get checked in, and that's fine. But this is a more relaxed time. It's a little bit too relaxed sometimes because I don't even know who's at work these days. I come into this office at 10 and hardly anyone's here. I go next door and hardly is anyone there. So this process doesn't actually give me a lot of confidence or a lot of trust that people are taking this month very seriously. And it's unfair, I think, for people who are working on projects and are working on things to push the mission forward when they don't see their colleagues there on that mission. It's like some people are pulling the boat, some people are sitting back. So if you're sitting back, this is my warning to you. Stop sitting back, get on board, and don't let everyone else pull the weight while you be just empty dead weight, okay? So that is the focus of how I'm going to decide who gets individual bonuses for this upcoming month. All right, next is December. December is a revenue month, and so in revenue month, we're going to convert back to revenue achievements. If all the things that we do in this month are working right, then I expect it to be a very easy month. Currently, we've been hitting all our targets for revenue, and I would not expect that to be different in December. Okay? Cool. So that's a 2-month up ahead, heads up on that. Okay, next item, business on old business. Squad 2 will have a program for open sharing during October and November. Is this happening right now in Squad 2? No, it's not happening because nobody's trading anybody. Squad 1 has currently a lot of the hosts, and given the current condition 2 as well, we'll probably need to hold on the host to stabilize the region. So I don't think we're going to be able to get this done. So I'm going to propose that we take this off, and until Squad 1 is stabilized, hopefully by December, then we can re-implement this for more sharing. I would actually motion, yes, Teresa.
But we do adapt something from Squad 2.
What do we do?
Our Trello card is more like Squad 2 now.
Ah, okay, all right, good. We've had some cross-pollination practices go over. Okay, what I'm going to do is this. I don't want to cancel this because I think cross-pollination is good, and as you can see, there are some good practices on Squad 2 that we should learn. But what I think we can do is probably postpone this. Give us another month on HR to hire some more people, and I'd like this to happen by November 15th. Yeah? So, Mr. Secretary, can we put that up? Can I get a second on that? Okay, it's been seconded by Melanie. Is there any more discussion about that? Okay, all right, let's just make it so then. So that one will postpone to November 15th. And this one we were not able to achieve due to unexpected departures in the company. All right, what is the MB's KPIs that we should measure on chapter KPIs? So we all had a discussion about, yes, good? Okay, we had a discussion about this last week and we already approved this. This is what it is. We're presenting it before the company so that everyone sees what we're talking about. Now the KPIs are essentially how we're going to evaluate if market building has the correct performance. It's not an SLA, it is essentially just a target for within market building to understand their own performance. The first metric of performance is the contact to qualified lead ratio, how many contacts versus how many qualified leads. The second metric of performance is the qualified lead to the first meeting, and then from the lead to the MOU ratio, and then the cost per acquisition is currently measured by the number of meetings, abandoned properties, and month-to-month growth. So these are the current metrics that we're going to be measuring, and these metrics essentially form the funnel of market building from first contact to signed deals. So we're going to look at how efficient market building is in getting stuff that comes in to actually become deals, and these are the KPIs. Okay, so this is just an FYI. We've all determined that these are going to be the KPIs for market building. Does anyone have any objections to having market building use these KPIs at the moment. Yes, Denali.
Can we not go through that process again when we ask
Okay.
everybody?
If there's no objections, then we're just going to pass it. Yeah.
The last time around we held an open meeting.
Okay, right. We've done that because anybody who would have had any objections should have gone to that meeting and they didn't. Okay, let's just go ahead and pass this in. So these are the new market building KPIs. Great. Where do these need to go? On the chapter document, I guess, right? Okay, Pete? Shocking.
Can I ask for chapters who already have KPIs? Where does this go? I like to follow the
Existing standard.
yes. Other than tablet again.
That's true, yeah, KPIs are measured on top of those.
Squad sync up. Sure.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
To be
Alright.
every sync up.
Okay.
Okay, let me delegate that to Nunli so that she can follow up and put these in the correct place, yeah? Nunli, do you accept the delegation?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Alright, let's keep on moving along. On the related documents, okay, the related documents are already part of this old business as well. End of month assessment on SLA. So this part we're not doing right now. And it is actually quite frightening to me that senior leaders are not even hosting chapter discussions at the point, which leaves the chapter pretty much in a free fall, do whatever you want way. If you're a senior leader, and this is going out to people who are been here for a while, your primary responsibility is to lead your chapter. Your secondary responsibility is to work on things like PCI work. So if you're not leading the chapter, your chapter is suffering, and you're delegating your most important job to nobody. Delegate the jobs that can be handled by your chapter to them, maybe some of the earlier people, and focus on the jobs like leading your chapter. All right, so that being said, I would like everybody who is hosting or leading a chapter to get some feedback back from the people who are serving, or who their chapter is serving. These SLAs right now are sort of in almost I feel like people are almost forgetting what SLAs were, and this is going back against all the work that we've done since June. So once again, to keep the SLAs awareness good, Diva's like, Diva, speak on it. No, too much to speak on. Okay, once again, if you are in charge of a chapter, ask if your chapter is actually serving your clients within the company well. If it's not, then please take that advice and take your direction to fix your chapter. Fix the people in your chapter's OKRs to line up towards that. I know some people are looking away, and it's because this is an uncomfortable truth right now. If we don't get this correctly positioned, then we risk losing all the work that we've done up until now. All right? So I'm just pointing out something that I think is quite obvious. I'll tell you how I know this later too as well. All right, next part. Let's talk about the project bonuses. So we got the host video project. I believe Rizal's working on that. So he's going after that bounty. There's simulation programs that we're running for trial evaluations. We saw some come out for market building with Vita and Ara and Lee. I guess we need to pivot on those, yeah?
Pivot on what again? Sorry.
Pivot on the new trials for market builders. But we didn't get any market builders out of that last iteration, so we should probably think about how to, or not, or continue doing.
We got Gita, but Gita decided not to join us.
So it didn't work.
For personal reasons, which we could not really figure out at the early start.
We fix what we can fix.
Yeah.
We fix what we can fix. Okay. This part has not been achieved, which is the distribution of vigor. So, Mr. Secretary, let's go ahead and delete that. Yeah. Next one. Let's go over to new business now. So yes. Okay.
On that. So basically, like I'm trying to make a habit to the owner to basically ask an air support instead of like give them like as old habit like, oh, this is the guest list, check it now. So instead of saying that, and then why don't you tell, hey, everything update on the bigger, please check it in the bigger. That like keep constant reminder until they used to it to use bigger, because like.
Okay, bring that up in air support. Bring that up on Thursday.
Yeah.
On the hospitality.
Yeah, I think it's good for everyone as well, host, like everyone, like more people that aware about this, like more people.
So cut off telling them through WhatsApp and ask them to use
Yes,
bigger.
that's what my purpose, because like I train like the owner, for example, if keep on like being our old habits will not work.
They'll never use
waste,
bigger.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll
so
be
that's
wasted.
I want to.
Yes, to Nunli.
Question for the team, right? That project team. Is there like a trial period, like a transition period?
The transition period should have been done by now, right? That was the effect of the distribution. But I don't think we've actually called what that transition period should be. Anyhow, Please have a sub-discussion about this. This is a good point. Owners need to use bigger. If you want to be involved in the distribution of bigger, please go to the Thursday sync up for house air support reservations, because that's where most of the engagements are happening. Owners are asking air support. Air support should be saying, please use bigger. Don't give them the arrival times, because if you do that, then they'll never go and use bigger the way that they should.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and they'll keep on asking finance for all these things too as well.
I want everyone aware that
Okay.
this would be the
As what I've done, right? So we've had complaints about Blue Lily, so I went and sat down with Blue Lily this Sunday, and we taught her how to use bigger. There were some bugs, of course. It wasn't as smooth. The phone wasn't working, but we fixed that, and now all those questions and all those things should go to bigger rather than coming to our side, right? So fix the problem once and never have a leak again, or keep on fixing the leak every day, as an analogy. Okay, great. Let's continue. So the Halloween event has already been picked up by both Ara and Vita on organizing the event. Thank you guys. Next one is the online marketing campaign. We're looking to actually start our first online marketing campaign. So there is a number of channels that you can use to go through and start that, but we're looking to target property owners here in Indonesia. The success point is when we get to 10 new leads. Okay, next one is revenue management. Currently still do not have actually any successor on my revenue management beat, but I am offering this amount as a tack on to somebody's salary if they do pick up my beat. Next one is a leadership bonus on community management. So these people are meeting on Tuesdays to discuss about community and how to fix our issues in community as well. All right, now Bigger has a new feature. Let's go to Bayu. Bayu, what's the update on that?
Okay, so the new feature is language. So some business owners, especially, they don't really understand English, maybe technical English. So we have the translation now.
Fantastic.
So you can just switch language in the right corner at the bottom. That will go back to English if you didn't set the default language. So you can just go to profile and then change the default language to Bahasa, and then it will always show Bahasa.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for that new innovation. That will probably get us more engagement from some of our property partners. Mr. Secretary, let's go ahead and move that over to old business. As all the other project opportunities, let's move over old business. Actually, no, if the project hasn't been picked up, let's keep it on new business, yeah? I think that's a good idea. All right, so let's go over to this side. All right, there's a new, there's a new update from Bayu about revenue. Bayu, do you want to go over that?
Yeah, sure. So, no, this is actually the difference on how we calculate monthly revenue. So, the old tableau, or the old way we calculate revenue is monthly revenue is calculated based on total value of booking and only counted on the month of check-in date. So, if there's a booking between different months, it will not shown on the next month revenue calculation. The new one, tableau and new tableau and bigger, monthly revenue is calculated using price per night for every booking, then multiplied by the number of the night on that month. And then revenue for cross-month booking will be calculated accordingly to, respectively to the each month. Example case, this is booking for Villa Kyle 2-bedroom, start from August 15 to September 16. So in August revenue, the old tableau is actually 5,278. So that's because there's one booking for a month. But actually that's half in August and half in September. So the new way to calculate that is actually the second one. So August only have 3,000 and September have 3,009 right now. So that's even out, especially the question. The extreme case is like the Kampung Jimba one, where the booking is something like 90 days or something. So we got like very high revenue in 1 month, but the 2 months after that is empty. So this will make it more make sense.
Okay, fantastic. Go ahead and real quick for questions.
Bayu, I have a quick question. So let's just say, for example, using Villa Cow, what happens if there are two pricing across that one booking? So, like say
one booking just have one price, right?
But say for example in Phuket, right, we set price in November is this price, December is another price. Do you factor in two prices or you factor in only the first price?
We take the price that the guest paid.
So it's
basically,
price
yeah,
according to
it's,
token, right?
no, price according to the number of nights that the guests pay, and then
Yes.
divided by the number of nights. So we don't.
And then assigned to
calculate
each
the-
month.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, they spent.
Okay,
Okay, for example, let's say for Noli's question,
Okay.
somebody spent $200 a night on August
Yeah.
31st and $100 a night on September 1st, right? So they'd be between 2 months. So if someone was between 2 months before, that revenue on the old tableau would have been counted as $300 for August.
Yeah.
And it would be counted as 0 for September on the old system. 300 for August and 0 for September. The new one will count as 150 for August and 150 for September. So 200 plus 100 divided by 2, and then split evenly across the 2 nights. So yeah, it's not exactly according to what we've set, but it's actually correct according to.
Marginal difference.
Yeah. Okay, all right, to Diana.
But okay, I agree for the stats per month. It like accordingly the price per month should be divided. But like the payment will be one in August, for example, like.
No, payment doesn't. This is only the way
This
we
only
show.
for-
Yeah.
This is for revenue recognition. So revenue recognition in the past, as I've discussed with actually Carlo, who's a finance accountant, it's actually really weird. We've been getting a lot of different revenue figures, and it depends on how we actually call revenue. So is it revenue when it arrives? Is it revenue actually between? This is what's causing a lot of the confusion about what revenue actually is. Sometimes revenue should be actually measured at the time of booking. Sometimes it should be measured at the time of check-in. Sometimes it should be measured at the time of check-out, because that is actually what real comes in. So yes, okay.
I want to follow up with that. So basically, like for example, like 5,000 in August, but like half of it in here, like but payment incoming in August, like it will be like the payment actually come in August, but the bonus like will count like half a month on the other half.
Oh, right. That's a good
Bonus
question
will
for, let's say,
be-
market building bonuses. Yeah.
Well, the market building
It's the
or
same.
like
It would be
like
the same.
the team, like so we only get paid in August,
Right.
but because of that split, and then we didn't get paid actually on the half of the September.
But now it's more fair, right? Because now instead of saying like September revenue doesn't get anything, now you have half of the September revenue there. And then what's done before is that the previous month would always benefit and the succeeding month would always detriment.
Yeah, but I'm saying that.
More sub-discussions on this in revenue management if you want to have it, yeah? Because we need to move on with the rest of the
More like
discussion.
into the
More in,
bonus.
if you want to talk about this, go to revenue management. We're meeting today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Actually, every day at 4 o'clock we'll have revenue management sync up, and you can discuss to your heart's content at that, and that is the appropriate forum. Yes. Any other quick questions about this? No. Okay. Fantastic. Let's keep on going. All right. But thank you for bringing that up. That is an important question. Just correct sub-discussion to have it. There is an HR workflow on onboarding new candidates. I think we used this yesterday, but actually Deepa used it for onboarding Josh, right, for the new computer setup. So, to you, what is this about? You want HR to start doing this for new computer setups, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the problem is just the login. The account login is now on content, but we need the computer to be ready. So content only do the login. So
Okay.
on this workflow, there's a paper there. So basically, if there's a new computer and new person, then what you should do, you can just follow it one by one. It's very easy.
Okay, all right. So this goes out to HR. Once again, I think we should pick this up. This is part of the HR duty to actually get everybody onboarded and correctly done. Bigger will actually get this information from people now, right? When somebody signs up for a bigger account, we'll know birthday, machine number, serial number, and we won't have any more missed birthdays. Our work anniversaries.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Interesting. All right, Mr. Secretary, let's go ahead and move that over to old business now. Next one is to Diva about the avatar and branding. Speak on it, Diva.
This is basically just an FYI. So when the chapter created a guideline basically for this program we did. Not going too deeply, but so we gather the words we like and the words we don't like. It's a guideline for can be an ads report like for market builders, just the way we represent our brand. I will not go deep for it right now because I think we're going to write a motion to discuss it on the next.
Sure.
one.
Okay. All right. Let's keep on moving then. Thank you, Diva. Okay, so we'll keep that as new business, and the next one is also new business from Diva as well. And should we announce the committees?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
So as we mentioned before, it's minus 27 days before the event. So me and Bayu, we created some like a rough framework for the event. But most importantly, what I would like to announce right now is we got some volunteers for the committee, and we also want to nominate some people here. And for PR and promotion, I'll be working on it. Bayu is working on ticketing, and Jim is volunteering for sponsorship. And for technical equipment, me and Bayu are working on it.
So tomorrow you
And kita volunteer to be an event director. The talent manager is Jing, but you would like to delegate to Ara as
Yes,
well,
please.
right? And multimedia will be novel for the pre-event. But on event, we're still looking for someone to document stuff. And for venue and F&B, we would love to have Wayana help if she accept the nomination. And for moderator, we would like to nominate Nungli for this. And for transport and accommodation, we also need some help from Mayana because we have the and merchandise. We actually want to nominate Tandy to help us with this. Basically, me and Bayu, we already created the first to-do list in the very right column, and we would like to invite you. We put like we also invite you to this paper, like for example, like the Jing sponsorship. The next update that we would like to get from you is who has been contacted and what is their response. From East
Politicians got back to us.
And then for let's say Kita and event director, the next checklist that we want to update from you is like the detail event schedule. And then for let's doing for talent manager, so okay.
Who put me down for cloud beds? Okay.
And we get so basically we want to invite you.
To ask cloud beds if they want to come. Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
This meeting? No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
This should be done by tomorrow.
So this is the list that we hoping are done by tomorrow because we need to blast the second wave of the ads.
Okay.
And then for multimedia, novel, we need 3 audition standing banner design options and audition raw video preview. And for the venue, we need help from Jing to the vendor option, right? And the Jimaran hub pricing probably, right? Because that's our main option right now, right?
Alright.
And for the moderator, normally we would like to have some question banks for each topic. We have the rough topic. The schedule and the rundown, and then for transport and accommodation. This is just like
So you probably need to organize everybody right after this event.
And merchandise for attendee, we would like to have the price list of this. This is the list that we're hoping we can finish by tomorrow. Basically.
Done. All right, Diva. I mentioned that you should have a quick discussion with everyone before lunch and get everyone directed into these into these slots.
Yes.
All right. It's about a month away. It's actually less than a month away, and we need to hustle to get this thing done. All right. Thank you very much, Diva. Appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep on going. So, back up to the all hands. Okay, that pretty much covers all of the new business that we have to talk about. Okay. All right, I've asked all the squad leads to fill out the role assignment table, so these have all been updated. Let's just take a look at the structure real quick. On squad 1, we got Nolene in market building, Alvin on air support, Nadine's supporting on air support as well. Josh, Dominic, Rian, and Gabby are hosts. Got plenty of hosts now in squad 1. Diva and Novel are working on the content. Diva's Novel will be succeeding Diva in squad 1. Risky's working on finance, graphics on the community. Jing, Risky, and Alvin are on revenue management. Human resources is being handled by Jing and Vita. Internal tools by Bayou. Online marketing by Diva and Novel. And Yi is the freelance consultant. Next on squad 2A, we got Ege and Tris on market building. Chandra Dewi on air support, along with Dista. Squad lead and chapter lead are Tendi and Rafik. D1 is, D1's been promoted, by the way. D1 is assistant squad lead now. Okay, congratulations, D1. So he'll be stepping up to take over more responsibilities on squad 2A. in the Uluwatu Padang area. Chandradewi and Windy are our hosts as well. There's an open spot for the next host. So if we get the next host, that will be one of the teams that gets one of the next hosts. Rizal and Daniel are working on the content. Tito's on finance, communities, Rafik. Revenue management is being handled by Chandra, D1, and Tendi. Ara is working on the human resources. Bayu's on internal tools. Diva and Daniel's on online marketing group, and Gigi's on the consultant for finance. Squad 2B has Eggy. And Wendy is getting open again because she'll be going back to school. So we're asking for another air support person to fill in on that particular role. Rafik is also looking to have somebody replace him on Squad 2 for air support as well, so he can focus more on leadership activities. Tendi is squad lead, and Rafik is also a senior host there. Tendi, Wendy, and Eva are all hosts. Rizal is working on the content. Tito is working in finance. Community is Rafik and Tendi. Changu and Seminak's revenue management is handled by Tendi. The rest are the same except for Rizal is working on the online marketing for Squad 2B. Now, to Squad 4. Squad 4 has Wayana and Tris working on market building, Cynthia and Dista on air support. Squad lead is an open role on Squad 4. Bubu's working as a host on Squad 4 covering Jogja. Gani Devanda on content, Risky's on finance, Wayana's on community. We need a person to help revenue management along with Gani and Rizal. Bubu's working on the HR, and the rest are the same. Devanda's working on the digital marketing part. All right, that is pretty much it. Let's go over to the new profile coverages. So I've asked everybody to update this, and these are the new people working on each profile. Jingawayana's, Joshua is stepping up as a new delegate on Jingawayana. It's currently being covered by Gabby and Rian, advised by Alvin. On Wayana, the new delegate is Dominic. Gabby and Rian are also working on it. Alvin is also the advisor on Jing. Dista, Windy, and Chandra are working on the Jing profile, and it's being advised by Rafik. Chris and Wayana, Joshua is the new delegate on it. It's currently being worked on Dominic and Alvin. Bayu and Wayana, Bubu's working on it as the new delegate. D1 and Chandra are being advised by Tendi. Bastion Wayana is covered by Chandra and Dista and Windy and advised by Rafik. D1 and Jing covered by D1 and Dista, advised by Chandra. Tendi and Bukit Vista covered by Chandra and D1, advised by Tendi. Nadine's working on the adventure accommodation, and Dominic and Rian are working on it. Nadine's the new delegate, being advised by Wayana. Shinthia and Dista are covering Emil and Wayana, and Shinthia Wayana being advised by Wayana. Dominic and Dista are working on the Ara and Bukit Vista, advised by Ara. Chandra and Dista are working on the Chandra profile, advised by Tendi. Chandra's profile is now a Superhost profile, by the way, so congratulations on that. All right, Gabby and Ara. So congratulations to Chandra and Dista for making that happen. That's fantastic. Good work, girls. The next one is Gabby and Ara being done by Dominic and Dista. Gabby and Ara are the advisors on that profile. Nuki and Ara is covered by Dominic and Dista. Ara is an advisor on it. Alvin is working on Booking.com, being advised by Rafik. Agoda is working on by Chandra. Rafik is the advisor. And Rafik's still working on the Expedia account. Okay, on Tableau. I'm going to go over in Tableau real quick today. We don't have a delegate today, so I'll go over this real fast. Booking pace is actually below SLA standards. What is the SLA standard? Let's see if anyone knows. Let's go to somebody in Jogja. Cynthia, what is the SLA standard for the daily booking pace? Oh, Cynthia's like, no asking. You have to answer the question correctly. Cynthia, you're muted. Go ahead. Open the mic. Just give a guess.
Daily pay 25?
No. We should be getting a much higher booking pace than 25. All right, let's go over to, let's see, Tito, since you're relaxed over there. Tito, what is the SLA? What is the SLA for booking pace? What's the SLA for booking pace for hospitality? How many bookings should we be getting every day?
75.
Okay, let's go over to D1. D1, you look confused. Rightfully so. What's the correct SLA for booking pace?
It's 80 per day.
All right, fantastic. D1 is right. It's 80 per day. And that being said, on very many days we are far below our standard. So this is an SLA that is crucial to getting health. And these few days here on October 3rd, we're at 78. October 4th, we're at 76. The next day, we're at 63. The next day, we're at 64. The next day, we hit the booking pace. The next day, we're at 54. and say October 11th we're below. But the majority of the time, about half the time, we're actually below. What is the correct D1 since you're on a roll? How many days should we be below the booking pace every month? Ooh, that's a good question. Right?
25 days, 5 days below.
Yes. Okay. 5 days below the booking pace, and currently I think we've used up all our extra lives right now. Now over to Bayou. There has been some inconsistent data reporting on that. Is that fixed now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right. So what you guys see should be accurate. I know in the past few days it's been under-reporting. There have been days when we got only one booking. So the servers now hopefully are working correctly, and Bayou's attended to that twice. The good news is that we have surpassed our target, so very good. Congratulations. At 2.5, that is above the target that we had at 315, and currently this is our weekly distribution. Join revenue management if you want to be able to do excellent projections, but we are discovering that most of our weekly sales follows actually an interesting linear distribution with a higher side on the lows after the month begins. But okay, so that's where we are in terms of booking pace and weekly sales and revenue achievement. In terms of our year-to-year, we're doing fairly well. We're at 40% above last year. And in terms of, let's see, let me go over here real quick. So let's see if people are reading this correctly before I skip it. Let's go to Rizal. Rizal, what does the orange line represent?
Orange line?
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Dominic. Dominic, what does the orange line represent?
This year revenue.
Yeah, it represents the revenue this year. And what does this 40% represent, Dominic?
The increase
Yes.
on year-on-year revenue.
Yeah, so this is actually pretty fantastic. We've had a 40% increase from this year to the year before, and that's not even done yet, which is actually almost going to be bigger than the increase that we had in September, and most likely will beat our growth in August as well. So essentially in low season, we're doing fantastic. We're doing much better than any year before. This is an incredible turnaround. All right, fantastic. Let's keep on going. Should we go through each profile, or I think we might have to, yeah? So let's go back to the profiles and see profile growth. Overall, on all the profiles, we are growing and showing good stability. Let's go over to the Adventure first. Adventure is trending up, as we can see, starting from here in, this is November 2018. We have been moving upwards to the right for Adventure. I'm discounting this current month because this current month isn't fulfilled yet. So going over to Agoda, Agoda seems to be a little bit all over the place, up and down, but in general, the trend line is moving up on the Agoda profile. So the next one is R on Bukit Vista, a little bit up and down. No clear trend patterns yet. On the next one is Bastion Wayana. This one's doing fairly well. Last November it was down here, and this year it's kind of quite a fair bit up. So that is what we're looking for. We're looking for an up and to the right trajectory. This is really hard to read, I know, but I guess you're just gonna have to believe me when I tell you this is what it is. So this is Bayou Wayana's. Oh fuck. Probably need a more user-friendly interface. Okay, this is the Bayou Wayana profile. This one's looking really strong. It's going up and to the right. Fairly good trends. This one is Bukit Vista on Booking.com. Very good. It's picked up the growth. In fact, the growth is getting faster now. That part looks really good. Direct is kind of all over the place. No clear trends. Chandra and Bukit Vista just got started. This is D1 and Jing. There's some growth, but not a lot. It's fairly flat. Let's take a look at the next one. Is Mill and Bukit Vista. This one, of course, represents Nusa Penida, so it is slanting up and to the right in a hard way. And Mill and Wayana is getting off to a good start. So this is where it began, and currently it's moving pretty quickly up on a growth curve. Gabby's profile is actually going down. It started here, and now it's a little bit below where it used to be. We culled a lot of those things from Jogja. Jing and Bukit Vista is growing up too as well, up and to the right. Let's see. The next one is Jing and Wayana, a little bit flatter than expected. Not that much growth trajectory. Chris and Wayana, growth, but not in a very meaningful way. This is kind of hard to actually describe these growth curves. Shinthia Wayana going up and to the right. Tendi, a lot of growth here in August, and now it's kind of evening out a little bit. Wayana, good growth patterns. I don't know how to actually read this stuff. Anyway, I kind of prefer the other way. Actually, it's everything is the same result now. Everything looks like it's growing. There's no indicator of what's growing faster or slower. Okay, anyhow, let's take a look at the next statistic. This is an occupancy rate. Actually, is this a KPI or SLA, or what does this actually represent? All right, so this represents our overall occupancy rate. As you can see, every month we have about 34,000 room nights available. We sell about 7,000 of those. That is our overall occupancy. So as a company, we do about 20% occupancy over our entire inventory from month to month. Some months it's actually a little bit lower, but in general, there's a lot of empty space that we need to sell. Okay, and on this side, this is request conversion for overall squads. Let's see what the conversion looks like on each squad. So this is the HAR to revenue management SLA. Let's see how well we're fulfilling this. On squad 1, okay, on squad 1, it looks actually pretty good. There's about, no wait, it's actually not good at all. So of August, there was 25,000 of unconverted revenue, over 11,000 of converted revenue. September was a bit better. There was 11,000 of converted revenue over 10,000 of, there was 10,000 of converted revenue against 11 plus the 12,000 unconverted revenue. That's for squad 1. For squad 2, we had in August 20,000 of converted revenue over 29,000 of unconverted revenue. I'm not sure what happened in September, but it looked like something really terrible happened in September, where all the requests actually dropped down. The request rate improved, but the total number of requests actually diminished. So there was,
actually that makes sense because we removing all of the duplicate listing. That is not instant bookable.
Okay, but also our, oh, okay, this is for request conversion. Okay, all right. But also our total requests converted also dropped down by three times too as well. So maybe, I'm wondering if that actually ended up being a net hurt than a benefit. Okay, all right, let's take a look at the next one. On squad 3, squad 4, it looks about even. So there's about 14,000 converted against 14,000 unconverted in August, and currently this month this is really good, actually, for squad 4. So there's more converted than unconverted. There's 9,000 converted versus 4.8 of unconverted. So let's see. Let me see who else actually understands this graph. Let's go to Risky. Risky, what SLA does this prove, if any SLA?
The request conversion rate.
Right. What SLA is that?
Reservation.
2. SLAs are 2 parts, right?
10.
Okay, let's go to Vita. Vita, which SLA is this between? Content to HAR. Okay. All right, let's go to Cynthia. Cynthia, which SLA do you think this is?
25.
No, I mean, which SLA do these metrics represent?
HAR to company.
HAR to company. Okay. Ooh, all right. Just about awareness. Let's go over to Tito. Tito, which SLA does this represent? Between which 2 groups is this SLA representing? Tito, you're muted.
Okay, content and HAR.
You see what I'm talking about? No, let's go to Tendi. Tendi, which SLA does this represent?
Market building. Market building to company.
All right, this is very embarrassing. This is totally embarrassing. All right, let's go to Gabby. Which SLA does this represent? These KPIs.
HAR to revenue.
Yes! It is HAR to revenue. It is HAR to revenue. Now, do you see my point, right? Nobody really knows what the fuck is going on with SLAs at all. Even the squad leads don't know what's going on. So this is very, very, very disturbing. This is super disturbing. This means as a company we are not aligned at all. We're all really going off in different directions. And when people see this, this is meaningless. Some people think this is content's job. Some people think that this is market building's job. So can today we figure out which SLA belongs to which chapter and get this done? This is so not acceptable. Does this make sense now? I'm really pissed off about this because we've been talking about this for 4 months, and yet people just, I don't know what it is. What is it that we need to do to make it more clear? We got everyone together, we got everyone to vote, we got everyone to study this, and still, 4 months later, people don't know what these are meaning. So how are we going to get alignment? How are we going to become an innovative hospitality company if when we look at facts, we think it's somebody else's job? This is a problem that all of us are facing. I've asked people from HR, I've asked people from reservations, I've asked people in content, and everyone thinks it's somebody else's job. All right? This is between HAR and revenue management. That's why we look at these things. Okay, all right, sorry, but I found that really, really shocking that we don't have general awareness. Okay. All right, I can't do this. I can't do this for the rest of the day. Buddy, can you take over here?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's continue to the KPI then. This should be zoomed in. Yeah. Let's see. So this is why it's not clear. If we are zooming out too far. Give me a moment. Okay. Can everyone see this now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's better. Okay. So the forecast. Forecast is this is basically how we see or how we predict the future of our achievement. So how this works is basically we are taking the total number of revenue in the last 3 years. So from there, we see some pattern. So every August, it will be peak season, and then after that, will be lowering down. That's actually what this tableau trying to pick up. So if there's a pattern, this will show something, or this will show more accurately. But if there's no pattern, or actually not enough data, it will be not showing a good prediction. So we can see the example like this. For example, we don't have many house, for example. See, so there's no pattern in the house property, so it will like just randomly. So it will just show like the most possible number that can be shown. But if it's like villa, for example, actually there's a pattern of villas. So you will see that in this part of in this period, October, November, villas will be very slow. And let's compare it to the guest house. So guest house also have a pattern, but this one is slow as well, according to the historical data. So this have what is it called? It's not showing here, but higher and lower tier. Basically, it's predicted to have 142,000, but most probably it will be there at some point above that and or below that. It depends on how we are actually doing the work. So okay, so that's the forecast. In general, this is the fact. So we are actually predicted to reach 304,000 this month, but actually we get 325 already. So that's how this works. So it's not 100% accurate, but it will become better when we have more data from this. Okay, so and this is the booking heat map. in general, but now we can we can see that per squad. Okay, in squad one, the heat map. Oh yeah, we split for in different property type here. So mostly apartments and guest houses are having the demand basically. On the 17th of October, there's a spike there. Oh yeah, so the color is blue is cool, and then the red is hot. So there's a spike here on the October 26th in house and villas. We have 12 check-in squad one. So I'm not sure what is that. Maybe there's an event in this day. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But the revenue manager should have a look at this one, and so do everyone else. So we don't price it wrong. So that's squad one, and then squad two. Squad two looks normal like usual, basically. Very hot in last minute, but there's no meaningful pattern in the future. Actually, October 26 is actually pretty hot here on the 16 check-in already, and November is flat still, so no no spike there. And then squad three, 1 2 1 2 1 2. So not really, there's not really heat right there. Then squad four, same pattern, last minute except for October 18. We currently sold like 17 nights already, so that maybe there's something on that date, maybe event or something. So this is the okay. So how do you think about this graph? Is the old one is better or this one is better? Yeah, the heat map. So the old one we see the yeah. Okay. So I'm actually thinking because there's a this is actually a forecast, right? We don't have any
Talking about the booking heat map, right?
yeah that.
But the booking heat map on this one because we can see clearly the numbers.
The number and which property is
Yeah.
actually full.
And the property type.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep that. Okay, I'll keep that. So yeah, I think where I make this different because there's a forecast in revenue forecast, and then how the booking forecast is actually there. But yeah, just let me know if there's anything to improve in this graph. So basically here we cannot really see all. Maybe we can, but it's not meaningful, right? There's what is it mean? But for each squad, you can use this graph to discuss in squad sync up basically. That's about the forecast, and then new listings for this week. No new listing? No new listing? No, right? In the last 8 days, there's no new listing. The last one is Wooden Puri, right? Okay. Okay, so we're going to the chapter KPI. So this is still not the KPI that we discussed about. So basically, this is just a historical number. Our total property right now is 162. This is growing 1.25% from last month. Oh, yeah. No, from August. Where is it? This is September. Oh, September. Yeah. Okay, so this is 1.25% from last month, and then mostly coming from July, Egi with Komala and Pondok Juli. In August, AG as well, Rangkarai and Double A. And this month, AG as well. So Villa Arum and Wooden Puri. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. This is in the last 90 days. That's the market building agreement. So any property older than this will not be shown here. On content. Okay, So this graph we will refine. Maybe we will start to discuss about this later. This is the decreasing of inquiry, but we want to see as well how it affects the booking count. Instant book. So yeah, if the inquiry is decreasing, is the booking still the same or decreasing as well? So if it's decreasing, then maybe something there. But yeah, we will create a graph for that. And then this is the unbooked listing. This is old properties. Basically, Sambu 15 days, Sambu Komala. So this one has been done. So okay, so this graph is actually content chapter personal OKR, yeah, because every listing should be booked at least one. Yeah. Content SLA, content chapter SLA. Right? Yeah. So if basically ideally there's no listing here. Okay, so this is what content is doing every day. To check this one. Okay. Reservation, inquiry conversion. Okay, this one is okay. Let's see. Inquiry conversion rate in squad 1, 15% converted, and then 15%. Before that, 10% and 14%. So squad 1 has never been achieved the inquiry conversion rate from, I think, yeah, this is from the last 6 weeks. So that we need to give get attention to that. And then this squad 2 also. Okay, so basically this the SLA is 25%, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 25% conversion for every for all inquiry that received on that squad. Squad 2 as well never been achieved. 11, 16, 10, 13, and this week is progressing. But I think some people from reservation do the OKR to get this fixed, to understand what is the cause of this unconverted inquiry. I think some people like Chandra and also Alvin, I think, working on that. And then that's the kind of OKR that can support this SLA. So squad 3 also same, 15%. 20% not converted. Squad 4, 38. Oh, yeah, this is past actually. Yeah, in squad 4, 38, 35, 20%. The last 2 weeks not converted, not achieved. Last week also not achieved. So this is actually decreasing of performance on squad 1. And squad 4, sorry. Request conversion rate, the SLA is 50%. So in squad 1, not achieved, 21, 34, 12, and then 37, not achieved. And then squad 2, 90%, 64, 56, 68, always achieved. And then squad 4, 44, 70% achieved, 64, 67, and 53. So mostly achieved. So squad 1 need to work on that. And then the hospitality chapter. So this one is okay. So the main graph here is the number of guests that actually checking in. So there's this week or last week, 70% of our guests is not checked in. So I'm not sure if they are still paying or not because they are not checked in. Let's see per squad then. So in squad 1, there are 52% of guests that is not checked in. I'm not sure. I'm sure that's not the case, right? Most of the guests are checked in actually, but the status is not updated. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we need to work on basically. So this graph, this is not an SLA yet, but maybe we can make it an SLA because most of the reviews, or maybe we need to take a look at the reviews. Is there any relation between negative review and not hosted guest? So I want to see if there's a guest that is not hosted and not check if they are okay or not, then they will leave a bad review or not. So let's see in squad 2, same, 72% of guests is not checked in. This is squad 3, same, 100% not checked in. Squad 4, 100% not checked in. Is this correct? Maybe yes. Yeah, we can take a look at bigger and then go to the previous date basically and see if the status is not checked in. NC is not checked in. So we should see actually CI there for everyone. And then let's see weekly review score. Okay, let's zoom in. Okay. So the review score for the last 2 weeks is 93% for squad 1. So that's still below the SLA. And then the squad 2, 91%, also still below SLA. 33%, 100% positive. 66% positive in squad 3. And then 90.91% positive in squad 4. So there's actually mostly not achieved for review score. This is what we are trying to fix by Dominic, I think, for the complaints about cleanliness. Also, booking to review rate. So this is also, especially in squad 2, we are taking action from this. So previously, there's no squad. There's no one from squad that handle this to make sure that every guest leave a review. So because review management is handled by one person for the entire company, so that's in chapter level, right? But I think we can start that in every squad. We can have someone that actually look after this one. Yeah, maybe any host or reservation or community manager can do this. In squad 2, we start. I think Rafik will start handling this. Especially the question is why guests are not leaving reviews. Is it because we are not leaving reviews, or actually we already leave a review but the guests not leaving reviews? So that's this is the what is the SLA?
35%.
35%. Okay, so most of all the squad actually not achieve this KPI, this SLA. So this one is community management. So this is the one that I report previously on Saturday. So this is not successful yet, and then we still not have any SLA yet. But we are trying to fix this by converting all of these negative reviews into action that we can actually do. I have invited everyone in the company actually to the board, community management board. So right now, if we have a negative review, it will go to the community management Trello board, and then in the meantime, I will assign that to the person that have already been volunteering to handle that area to follow up with the issue and convert this and make sure the issue is fixed and ready for the next guest. So if you see any problem, or if you haven't volunteered yet and you want to volunteer to cover one area, just one area for now, we are doing MVP. So please just let me know, or just join the Trello board. How we are managing that Trello board is exactly the same like content request. If there's a new issue, then we can assign that issue into one person, and then we will see the progress from there. So if there's any stuck issue, then we will see there that the part is never being followed up or handled. So that's how the management. Also, we want to reduce the number of post listing. This should follow the action here. If we fix all the issue and we don't get any negative review, then post listing should be also dropping. So we will show that here because of that.
The question
Yes.
For the post listing graph, because our like I said, we already we publish it again. It still shows the you can hear.
Oh no, it's gone from here.
But we need the record right. And
I
this
see.
We this unit got paused and this probably got paused.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
in terms of community, right?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Can you write that
Yes.
down, Mr. Secretary?
Wait, and wait.
Yes,
What do you
please.
want me to do?
Yes. Okay. Okay, so that's the KPI graph. And then do you want to continue the...
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. Thank you, Lenny, for stepping in. Here, I went outside to clear my head. Yeah. And I was thinking about why I was getting upset. Let's see if anyone else can identify. Dominic, why do you think I'm upset?
Not much awareness on the SLAs.
Okay. Right. Trish, why am I upset? Nongli, why am I upset?
Maybe you felt like you wasted the past 4 months.
Okay, let's go to Alvin. Alvin, why am I upset? Why should I be upset?
Because there's lack of awareness with the SRA, which actually we already followed up.
Yes. Okay, in general, I'm upset because it feels like we're moving in vain unless we know where direction we're going in. Look, the philosophy of Bukit Vista at its fundamental is to have autonomy. So we don't check what time you come to work, we don't check if you're on task, we don't check very much of anything what anyone does. That is very different for most hospitality companies. Do you see a thumbprint scanner up at the door here measuring what time you come in? Does anybody see that? No, it doesn't exist, right? Do you have any managers keeping track of your hours, keeping track of what you're doing, keeping track of every motion that you make? No. And so what we're saying is we trust people here will do their job. So I'm upset when I find out that not only are people maybe not doing their job, they don't even know what they should do. They don't even know what is part of their responsibilities. And what's even more frightening than that is that we got people in key positions in leadership, in HR, that aren't sure either. So what are we doing here? All right. Anyways, that's why I'm upset. So it makes me feel like maybe I'm just alone in this. Maybe I'm the only person who believes that people can be trusted to operate on their own. And that's not a very good feeling. Now, that being said, I know that some people are not in that category. I know some people really want to do the right thing. But my message is this. From all the evidence I can see just around me, from a day-to-day basis, it seems like people just don't care. It really does look like that. A lot of people just don't care. And they will come and they will manage me. They will come and tell me, Jing, I've been working on this. Jing, I've been working on that. Jing, give me my bonus. Give me this. Give me that. Give me a promotion. And I go, okay, all right, let's take a look at it. And when they don't get the results they're looking for, they quit. Because they think, oh yeah, I'm just supposed to be getting a promotion because I'm here. And that's not the way it works, everyone. That's not the way it works. The way it works here is that you gotta want to win. You have to want to win. You can't come here because you just want to cruise and think, okay, I'm going to sit back and then Bukit Vista now. I'm just going to do the least bit possible, hope that nobody looks at me. I'm going to just follow somebody else. Maybe somebody else knows. Look, all the information is there. We've done, I think, as leaders, as much as I could possibly do to make people aware of what the SLAs were. We got everyone to participate. We got everyone to vote. And by this measure, everyone should be hitting this every day looking at, am I actually making an impact? If I'm a host and I see red all over the place, I should come here with shame. I should be ashamed. Why am I not moving these cards off? Why is there all that red? If I'm a host, I'm working on reservations, and my inquiry conversion rate is always below, that's funny? That's a joke? It's not. We all decided that that would be right for the company. I've been working really hard on revenue management. I hardly see my kids. I'm here from morning to night doing one-on-ones. The HR team's doing one-on-ones. We're trying to get everyone all on board. And so we're putting a lot of effort to get alignment here. And when there is no alignment, because I don't know why simply, it's on the all hands. If you want to know what the SLAs are, they're on the all hands. You can just read it. We record these. I'm going to publish this. I'm not ashamed. This needs to be seen. We got partners looking at this right now. They're gonna be like, what the fuck, right? But until we get that, until we know that other people are depending upon our work, we're not gonna get that type of company that we want. Okay? So please, if you don't know what the SLAs are, starting from today, I'm not going to look too favorably upon it, especially if you're in a leadership position and you're not sure what the SLAs are. How are the people around you supposed to know if you're not telling them? All right? Okay, all right, that's what I want to say. Is that fair? Yeah? I'm not like crazy or something, right? Not like out of my mind. Okay, all right, let's go on. So, sorry for that, but I think that needs to be said. For the rest of it, once again, let's emphasize, if you don't know what to do, if you're not sure where to go, then at least, please, this is where you can go. Go and attend a guild. Get the skills, learn the things that you want to learn, and build your career here. All this stuff is really meant so that we become better people. We become a better person by this day than we were yesterday, than the month before, than the 6 months before, than the year before. This is the solution. And we got good people. We got good people who really want you to learn. We got good people who really want to develop, and they're here leading. So, digital marketing. Digital marketing meets on Thursdays at 4 o'clock. Content meets on Tuesdays at 5. Copywriting Wednesdays at 5. Human resource, Saturdays at 1. Reservation, Thursdays, 1 o'clock. Leadership, Fridays at 3 o'clock. If you're not a leader, you want to become a leader, you're welcome to join. Okay? It's not just for executives or whatnot, it's for everyone. Community management, tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Finance, tomorrow at 4 o'clock. The MB Weekly Sync Up Thursdays at 5. Revenue management is Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. We do it every day now. All right? Except Thursdays and Fridays where I have to be at other guilds. But that's happening Monday. Mrs. Secretary, let's go ahead and put that into it. Yeah. On revenue management, I need somebody to help me do revenue management. I put it up for a while. I put a bounty there, so somebody please step up and help. And on hospitality, look, if you're a senior in hospitality, I know you do night shift, I know you guys do other things, but the hospitality chapter is one of the most behind chapters in this company. They are certainly without a vision. If I ask a bunch of people what hosts are doing to actually make innovations happen, I don't know what most people are going to say. We're probably just going to be quiet because we don't know. So please, get together, do not put this off any longer, get together and discuss what your vision for hospitality is. We are a hospitality company, so it's right there. We're not a technology-first company, and it seems like technology seems to be the only area where we're having actually true innovation. Projects. Projects Friday at 11, and the conference Friday at 4. Okay, let's go over my OKRs, see what I'm up to. All right, so I've been working a bit on market building. We're developing some new ideas to make market building more effective. So we're hoping that we can increase the listing pace above 2 a week. Currently it's far below that. We're getting some more stuff in, but I think we have new plans that can actually improve this. That's my goal. We're looking to build a student community, and we're going to go there to STP on October 17th this week to up our student community. We're also looking to attain the revenue goals. Thank you very much for people who've been working on it, and we got to the first step. We're looking to develop leadership, but I realize it's hard to develop leadership if people are not following. It's hard to develop leadership if people are looking the other way. So I hate leading from the front and feeling all alone. So please help me help you guys become leaders. Okay? And also we're looking to build an industry-defining LinkedIn profile. We got some progress already. So we're looking to beat Potato Head. And currently we are acquiring followers faster than Zuzu. They're another hospitality service company in the sector. So more people are following Bukit Vista's updates rather than Zuzu, and that looks pretty good, at least in the talent race. Okay, so those are my OKRs. Let's take a look at what's next. Okay, everybody's OKR should be up there. Yeah. And all right, employee satisfaction survey. I was hoping to read off to everyone, but the person I delegated to did not put this up. So let me just go over here to my screenshots.
In the bottom, sir.
They're in the bottom. Okay, let's
Yes.
take a look at them. Wow, thank you. Who told me that actually? Oh, okay, thank you, Boo Boo. All right, let's take a look at what's going on from everybody else's side of the week. So Squad 2A has Squad 1. I think everyone's participated. Squad 2A. Squad 4 needs participation. If you're on Squad 4, please finish out the employee survey. On everything in the company is getting better. Mostly 4s, 1 3. Continuous improvement in Bukit Vista. Mostly 4s, some 5s. That's how many? That's 8 4s and 5 5s. Happy with yourself. That's 2 3s, 7 4s, and 4 5s. Satisfaction with role 1 3, 4 5s, and 7 5s. 5 4s and 7 5s. Sorry. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, satisfaction with teammates is mostly around. There's 2 3s. 6 4s and 5 5s. Satisfaction with senior leaders. 10 5s, 10 4s for me. 1 3, and I think that's about 2. 2 5s. Wyana's mostly 4. So it's probably 3 4s, 3 3s, and 1 2. Values are some. Okay, I don't have any better way to describe this. Some 5s, more 4s, less 3s. Graphic is some 5s, less 4s, equal amounts of 3s and 4s. Next let's see, effectiveness of each senior leader. I got mostly 4s and 3s and a few 5s. When I got mostly 3s, some 4s. Bayou got mostly 4s, some 3s and 5s. Graphic is mostly 3s, some 4s and some 5s. Okay, what's not working here? The HR team, Instagram team, processing time. Alvin and Lee, they're more than capable of fixing the problems. HR, please do more hosts since a few leave already and we have new properties are coming in. Jing, Nung Lee, and the MB team should be everyone. Actually, it should be everyone, not just me as on the job training. HR first and with the help of everybody in the company too, and everyone. What is working better here? There's more alignment on human capital. Bigger is working better. All good. I didn't see any significant change here, but we have Bigger as our internal tools, and it's a good improvement. Content workflow looks better, I think. Office environment, there's less noise now. More responsibility to each other, data transparency. Teamwork in Squad 2 is always getting better day by day. Squad 2 is better teamwork than the other. It makes me growing up better. Bigger and teamwork. All right, who deserves credit for what's working? Bayou, HR, everyone that's doing their best. Jing and Bayou, all members, all team members, everyone at Bukit Vista. Ravik, Tendi, D1 Chandra, and Squad 2A and 2B, everyone who deserves the credit. Jing, Diva, and Bayou. How can we improve the quality of work? All good for now? Yeah. All good for now, all good. By keeping everyone stay on the same page, do more company outing. Everyone should be valued and appreciated. All good, provide more stacks, all good here. More quality digital marketing person on my team, extra hands to help organizing the November event. Now I'm in the right place, all good. AA, need host and air support for Changgu, give everyone a chance in developing their skill and be more focused. Extra day off quota for each month. Next is on revenue managers. Revenue managers are getting better, more 4s, 7 4s, 2 3s, and 4 5s. Revenue. Human resources are filling their SLA agreement within the company, mostly around 2s and some 5s too. So we have a double peak there. And 2 2s, 5 3s, 2 4s, and 4 5s. Okay, let's take a look at this. Personal feedback about the company. All stakeholders need to be aligned with the vision. Yes, there's feedback on the vision mission. Could be delivered to one who's in charge of that company. Could open a space to allow this is happening. Keep pushing and supporting me to be better at the same time. All good. Everyone seems so stressed and pressured with their work lately. It's important to be known, understood, and to be taken care of. All good. Just one thing, we embrace transparency as one of our core values, not only between employees, but also partners. However, what I feel now is that we don't really trust our partners as it used to be, or it's almost, we always think that if something goes wrong from their side, we instantly assume that they're going to screw us over. There is a reason why they choose us as a partner to begin with. I don't think it's healthy to always think of partners are going to do something bad to us. Good partners outweigh the bad partners. Stop focusing on the negative ones and start focusing on the positive ones. If we have a solid trust upon the partnership, trust me, they'll be giving the company more deals. We do need to remember that what makes Bukit Vista different than other companies within the game, we embrace... Oh, that was a nice speech. Unfortunately, there was no follow-up cut to that. I actually have a screenshot here. I could continue that. So, I think what that person was saying was continued. Oh, I have to look over here. All right, I guess that person will remain a little bit anonymous then. Okay, we'll bring that up on the next all hands so that we can all take a look at that. All right, let's take a look and see what's new. See if there's any core value recognition. All right, there's D1. All right, so D1, congratulations again. D1 is assistant squad lead. Big round of applause. But also, I'd like to say that we actually had a 3-hour discussion about D1's case because it was very special. We more closely defined the vision for what it means to be a senior person here. And if you do have any questions about how to get to a senior role, I think watching that will be actually very, very good. Don't have to watch the whole 3 hours, just have to watch the debates. But that part is there. Okay, let's see. Whoa, okay, all right. We got a core value recognition to me. And Tito was be the hero and step on toes, and Tendi is the nominator. Okay, Jing helped me on night shift for the guest at Villa Shiva. The key box is stuck, and the guests need to go to the villa soon. For they had a baby. Jing went to the villa at 1 a.m. to help the guest. Tito also helped me to cover the reservations for booking confirmed, since I had to handle some complaint at 2 a.m. Thank you, T. Okay, thank you very much. All right, appreciate that, Tendi. Okay, this one is to Wayana for stepping on toes and never settling. Bayou is recognizing Wayana embraces everyone to use the best practice instead of doing what we're currently comfortable with. Air support is currently having the habit of sending arrival times via WhatsApp every morning, but this is manual and not efficient. Partner will be less likely to check bigger if we're still using menu api. And not,
Fit information.
oh, okay, and not asking them to participate in the process. Wayana is asking partners to check bigger and HAR to update it. Okay, fantastic. And then Alvin and Dom got a recognition from Gap for Be the Hero and Help Others First. Alvin and Dom went directly to Tortoise after taking dinner to assist Joel to check in after past their working hour already. Dominic recognized Gabby on Be the Hero and Help Others First. Thanks to Mass Gabby who delightfully helped us cover on Nisadua hosting bees even though it was day off. And okay, that's it. All right, fantastic. Thank you very much. It's good to see core value side we're very strong, and that's definitely part of our culture. To sort of summarize everything, sorry for getting pissed off. It's just part of this getting older, maybe. But the thing is, I think we are strong on certain things. Our company culture is strong, but part of the culture needs to be open to innovation. And I think we are very hard trying to reduce the fear. Because one of the things I've noticed that is carrying through is that we are very much afraid of failure as a company overall. We're very much afraid of trying new things, and we hesitate, and we sometimes like sit there and maybe look at what other people are going to do. I just hate fear. I think it's actually very, very waste of time. I think it's actually something that we should all struggle with but learn to overcome. And innovation requires this ability to be fearless. So I'm probably not doing any hurt encouragement by getting pissed off, but hopefully this anger, this frustration, can be used as motivation, actually, to guide us towards the right direction, rather than be afraid of Jing, which I don't want. But anyhow, that's it. That's pretty much the idea of All Hands this week, and I hope we got a lot more innovations to do until the end of November before we start the revenue month. And I'd like us to work more seriously on it. Okay, with that being said, thank you very much for coming in today. Today's been a long All Hands, and have a great week ahead, guys, and wish you all the best.